Morning all, how are we? Hope you're all well. Bit of a different show today. We're going to be live on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube for me personally for the first time on YouTube. So I'm not sure how many people are going to come on YouTube. It's a little bit different, so we're going to see how it goes. So we'll take it from there. Not many people might come on today because it's January the 2nd. It's a work day, so people might be there. There's a few coming on already. Not on YouTube. Oh, hello. First one. Tad, is that Taj Dixon? Hello, Taj. How are you? Hope you're well. All good on there. So we've got Facebook going. We've got YouTube going. All right, Chris, how are you? Get your comments in. If you want to, comments on YouTube. Morning, Chris. Happy New Year. Morning, Mikey. How are you? Liam, Gareth. Morning, Ian. Get a few people on here. Casey, I'm surprised how many people on YouTube. Get your comments in on YouTube as well. We're live on YouTube the first time this morning. This, for me personally, the first time doing the Aftermath show on YouTube. Anybody that's on Facebook, if you want to subscribe to our Leicester Fan TV on YouTube, more than welcome. Get your comments in. Right, we'll start. How impressive was that yesterday? I know Newcastle were bad, but 77%. Yes, Joey, 77% possession and 23 for them. Unbelievable. It was never seen such a one-sided game. Morning, Mark. How are you? Mark's on YouTube, watching on YouTube for the first time. Hope you're well. But yeah, at one point in the second half, I think there must have been about a 40 pass move. Just wanted it to come with a goal. Would have been nice if there was a goal at the end of it. Morning, Bradley. Morning, Darren. Would have been nice. Who needs Jamie Vardy up front? They were saying, oh, we need another striker. Morning, Jack. How are you? We need another striker. We scored 5 goals without him up front. 5 goals. Yes, Michael. They didn't want it from the very first minute. Did the Newcastle. And we just outpassed them. Morning, Lee. How are you? We just totally outpassed them. Outplayed them. Morning, Jack. We're supposed to be at work, but Mrs. broke her ankle New Year's Eve, so got to look at... Oh, well, I've heard some excuses, Carl, but that's a hell of an excuse. Fantastic start to the year, James. Absolutely brilliant start to the year. 3 points, up at Newcastle. See, I know we've only beat West Ham and we've only beat Newcastle, because that at Newcastle was a 4th consecutive game. We've beat them at their play, 4th consecutive league game. Even if you count the cup game as well. So that's 5 times we've beaten them up at their place, which is tough. Come on, YouTube, get your comments in. You're a bit lagging behind with your comments. Need some comments coming in on YouTube. Yeah, I thought Maddie's... Right then, everyone, man of the match. I'm still not sure. Hi, Stuart. I'm still not sure who my man of the match would be. I mean, there was 800... Leicester had 826 passes. 800. Mark, we still require a striker, a centre-back, understudy, Sel Chilwell, left-back, understudy. Do we really need... Unless Fuchs signs a new contract, you never know. But yeah, we do need another striker. We do... All right, hashtag, how are you? Perez played well, yes. I'm not sure, really. I think any one of the... I mean, even Nacho had a decent time. He played well. I know he missed that chance, but it's odd what there wasn't the service for him because they were parking the bus at home. And Madison did well. See, indeed, he's always there or thereabouts. All right, David, how are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're good, as such. Nice new mug. If I was to go for a man of the match, I think it would have to be Madison for me. I think Futch may do one more year with more games. I think him and Morgan know, Mark on YouTube, him and Morgan know what's going on. They know they're only going to be backup players, and hopefully they might sign. I don't think Wes will, but I think Morgan might. Fuchs might, sorry. Joey apparently will be signing Bowen from... I think he's after... He's been wanted by quite a few. Stuart, he's only 33. Why is that old? That's not old. 33 is not old. For a footballer, maybe, but 33 is not that old. He was solid and consistent. Well, didn't Chowdhury take his goal well? He loved it. Thing is, though, the way the fans have got to realise it. Morning, Stuart. The away fans have... Sorry, not just the away fans. The fans have got to stop booing Morgan done by the... Mark says Morgan is done by the end of the season. Yeah, I think he will be. Unfortunately, he's done well for us. So, yeah, I agree with you on that one. He'd probably move into the back room. Bowen would be a great signing. Yeah, going back to the other comment, the fans, the opposition fans, do not boo our players. One, it don't help you one bit. When you start booing our players, they score. They boo Vardy. He scored. They're booing Perez. He scored. They were booing Chowdhury. He scored. Don't boo our players because they come back and haunt you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. Morning, Nick. How are you? Hope you're well. Happy New... Oh, yes. Happy New Year. Feliz Año Nuevo, as they say over here. All good. Everyone have a good New Year's Eve, because I had a cracking New Year's Eve. Andrew Shillock, send Barnes out on loan again for confidence and sign Bowen on YouTube. Yeah, not sure about sending Barnes out on loan again. He's good to have in and around the squad. Maybe rest him for a little bit. But yeah, Bowen would be a good signing. Zillick would be a great addition, but it only seems to be us that are talking about it. They don't seem to, it's only paper talk and stuff like that seem to want to talk about it. Adam on YouTube, good all-round performance from the lads. Southampton will put on a performance next game, so good we can mix it up. Yeah, Southampton, totally different. Since that 9-0, we had over them, Southampton are playing quite well. So Southampton are going to be no easy game, the next league game. Mahrez, why is all of a sudden I've got... Oh, right, there's a couple of... Oh, yeah, all right, there's a couple of Algerians on. All right, Sam, how are you? Hope you're well. Benkovic coming... See, I'd even forgotten about Benkovic, to be honest. Yeah, let's get his confidence back a bit. Look at that, that mug takes all my face up in here. Look how big it is. Also, as well, did you know, let's beat Southampton 10-0 from Y. Isaac. It would be nice if we could beat them 10-0. We've got to look forward to this year. Yeah, I knew you were from Algeria. We've got to look forward to this year, hashtag, haven't we? There's so much. Yes, Nick Pearson does seem to be doing his work at Watford. He seems to be waving that magic wand he's got, and he's doing it. Morning, Zeb. How are you? Keep Barnes and loan him out. His development in the senior squad is going up. Yeah, because Barnes will probably play against Wigan. He'll get a game against Wigan. Could be by the time you get to the end of... Well, I did learn my lesson. It's about 3 cups. Why Isaac on YouTube? What do you think of Damari? Had to beat Mr. Negative by the time... Damari Gray is in I think he's more of an impact player now. I think we've come to between us all. We've agreed to. I think Watford have got more points since Pearson's took over than they've had in the last 20 games. Can we see some youngsters on Saturday? I hope we do. Oh, that's what I was going to say. After yesterday's 18-man squad, 10 of them were under 23 players. 10 under 23 players in a squad. And it's not just like, oh, they've picked him up and they've just put him on the bench. All right, Adam, they've actually played a lot of football. They're experienced football. Barnes, with all his experience in the Championship and with Leicester, he's probably played over 100 games. Chowdhury, I think that was his 65th game yesterday. He's won first goal in 65 games. He don't get often time to shoot. With his games, I think he was at loan at Burton, wasn't he? He's played 100-odd games. And Ndidi, he's played 100-odd games. They've all had 44 points out of 46 against 6. You can't moan at that, can you, Jack? Also, do you know, before yesterday's game, 42 points was the best ever top flight start we've had after 20 games. So 42 points, the best ever top flight we've ever had start after the first 20 games. Why Isaac? No Vardy, no problem. So, yeah, you've got to be chuffed with the result. I agree with that, Why Isaac. You have to be really chuffed with the results. See, a couple of years ago, we'd have probably lost them games against West Ham and Newcastle. and turn them into a defensive beast. Yeah, I agree with that, Mark. Mark on YouTube, they're becoming a bit of a defensive beast. But we've got to be able to break them down like we have done with West Ham and Newcastle. Right, Colin, like I said, a few years ago, we'd have lost them games against West Ham and Newcastle. They were two bad sides. We'd have gone there and lost. But now there's something Rodgers has got in their heads and done it. And told them he's got the mindset, and manager has got the mindset. Even that game against West Ham, everyone thought, oh, we're going to be struggling here because of the team. He even organised behind the closed doors games for them over Christmas, so they would have minutes in the legs at full tempo and play. So he's good. His man management is brilliant. We looked good in a couple of scrims from Madison. Yeah, totally agree with that, Dave. We did look good. Football's going on well. Come on YouTube for the first time. I am personally. We've done YouTube. If you want to go on YouTube, subscribe to it. We've got 4,500 on there. We want to make it bigger and better. After Leicester's lost West Ham, yeah. See, it shows how good a performance we were against West Ham, because they went and battered Bournemouth. I know it's new manager syndrome with West Ham, but we still had to go and do it. While there's quite a few people on, just to remind you that I won't be on the next 3 weeks. I'm on holiday. So from this Sunday, I won't be back now until the 29th with my next show. I do the 29th with my next show. I like Pearson. Hold on. Mark, I like Pearson, but I think Watford will use him for the escape. Yeah, same again. If he does, he's done another good job. Hi, Glenn. Happy New Year to you. Pereira is worth more than 30 million. He's so much more than 30 million. I couldn't believe it when I read that the other day. I really did. While there's a few on here, because it's coming towards the end of the decade. Bon VR, yes. I'll see you in 3 weeks. Are you leaving the country? Yes, I'm going on holiday. I'm going to Jamaica, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm going to Jamaica, so looking forward to it. So I won't be here for 3 Sundays. So my next show will be on the 29th. There is a show. Simon's joining it. Simon Mack's doing it for me. So you'll still have a show every 10 o'clock on the Sunday morning for the next 3 weeks. So you'll still be all right there. Yuri Tillemans. He doesn't look that fit to me. He doesn't seem to be playing as well as he was. Morning, Alex. How are you? Oh, well, no, Alex, we won't discuss VAR because it hasn't upset us this week. But it's still, I don't like it, Alex, at all. As you know, my comments on Twitter this week, and even I put a post on last night on Twitter. I'm becoming an international jet setter like you, Craig. You and your flying. I'm a few air miles behind you, but I'm getting there slowly, Craig, catching you up. Yes, if you go onto my Twitter page, you'll see I put a poll on there about do you like Mark, Jamaica. Yeah, hold on a minute. Someone's just messaged me. I don't need to see that. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, VAR. Go onto my Twitter. It's easier if you go onto my Twitter page and read the comments. Please like and share them. I'm not permanent. I do work now and again. Rory let Malice, the Council Fox. That's a good name, the Council Fox, on your YouTube. Yuri let Madison run riot, balance. Yeah, he does a bit, but he just doesn't. Well, he didn't play against West Ham, did he? He didn't play against West Ham, Mark, so he had a bit of a rest on Twitter. Mark, on YouTube, Mark's just saying that Tillemans was promised a rest. He did. He probably won't play against Wigan anyway. Back at work. Are you watching us at work then? Anybody watching us at work? Yes, Alex, you know I don't... you know I don't really like VAR, so please go onto my Twitter page and have a look at some of the comments. You might like it. I've even suggested that Sheffield United's goal will be disallowed by VAR. That was yesterday. If you want to, please like and share this video on Facebook, and please like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Please let everyone know. From when I come back, I'll be doing it on Facebook and YouTube every Sunday morning, or every time I go live, I'll be doing it on Facebook and YouTube. to build it up a bit more, because we need some more. The more the merrier. Helps everyone out. Chappie does his bit. James and Neil does this. Phil does theirs. We're all doing our own little bit to get the sites bigger and better. Just what you want. Any more rumours on? I can't pronounce that one, Mark. On the winger from Ajax. I don't know. Do we really need a winger? Do we really need a winger that's going to put crosses in? Because like Terry's just said, we haven't actually got a big centre forward. Everyone knows that listens to my show. I like playing football 4-4-2, big man, small man. But we don't play with that. We do not play that way. So do we need a winger? The councillor. Sorry, on Jared Bowen from Hull. He's another young player. He's another young player. Not work, still in Newcastle. Oh, you on holiday, are you, Glenn? Oh, yes, you were there for New Year, weren't you? Yes, you had good time in Newcastle. What do we do with Mendy? Try and offload him. I think he'll play against Wigan to give them a rest. I don't think he'll play Ndidi. I think we should get a few on loan and buy in the summer. So that's what the problem is. What a winger that can score goals. We could do that. I mean, Gray and Albrighton. Perez, where would you count Perez? Because he's playing on the wing. Is he a winger or is he a striker? So you're on a bit of a break here now, watching me. You're only like your tea break now. I don't really know. We don't. Wingers that score goals, I don't think you'll find you're going to buy. It's more panic buying in January, isn't it? We don't really buy many in January. I mean, we got Tillemans last year on loan. We bought Diabate a couple of years ago in the winter window. We bought Ndidi in the winter window. That's probably the only one that's really turned out well for us. So it's a panic buy more than anything when you buy in January. I think we will wait till the summer. Saying the 4 injuries were the reason the damage had already been done. Even if Damari Gray, who's that on Leicester Fan TV? Damari Gray at the January window. What, to loan or to buy? Hull Leicester's Feeders Club, yes. Mark Gatwood. Let's buy Mitrovic. Phil Holloway, let's buy Mitrovic. He loves a bit of Mitrovic from Fulham, he does. I think that's Phil Holloway's love child. But Jared Bowen from Hull, I think that'd be a good buy. It's a step up for him, hopefully. Oh, right, we bought Gray. Yes. No, we bought him. Yes, we did buy him, didn't we? Yes. Phil Holloway loves a bit of Mitrovic, doesn't he? But Phil, he's a big striker. We don't play with big strikers, do we? We do not have plan B on the bench for the big striker. Our plan B is the same as plan A, just with new, fresh legs playing. Keep the focus. Is Jeremy? Well, it's a bit of a car. It's only just a slight strike. It's just a bit of a tightness, wasn't it? It wasn't much more. Morning, Dave. How are you? I think he wants to play against Wigan anyway. We'll save him for the Villa game. We need him for the Villa game, I think. Could have just made out it was a bit of extra paternity leave for him. You never know, do you? What I am just going to, just while there's people on, quite a few people on, end of the decade. What's your moment of the decade? Forget the crash. I know that's the biggest moment of the whole decade. We don't want to bypass that one. Don't want to know that. The moment of the decade, football-wise. I don't think he'd leave Southampton, to be honest. Morning, Pete. How are you? Yeah, that's what I've been saying, Phil. Play the A team save the A team for the Villa game. Play the B team, the same team that played against West Ham. There or thereabouts. I think that would do a cracking job against Wigan. The moment of the decade. Come on, your moment of the decade. Winning the league is right up there. Winning the league, Craig. I'll send them tickets to you soon. I haven't forgot, Craig. You will get them. The moment of the decade has to be the winning of the league. But I've got a couple of others that were a little. I know. Vardy's goal against Liverpool. Mark says Vardy's goal against Liverpool. That was probably the goal of the decade. But I went for the goal of the decade. I would have said would have been Vardy's goal against West Brom in the Great Escape season in the last minute. That's the one. That's the goal. That's the goal. But my moment would be, I've got two. The Watford playoff that we lost and the West Brom away game in the Great Escape season. They just sort of changed everything in my mind, the way we were playing. Even though the Premier League was up there, the Watford game, the playoff game. All right, David, how are you? The Watford game, I'm still smiling. I love a good result over New Year and Christmas. The Watford playoff game changed everything for me. And the West Brom away, the Great Escape. The little lob, yes. Yeah, come on, YouTube. Your comments need to come in a bit more. Please like and subscribe. Make sure you tell everyone. What was the best goal in the last 10 years? I tell you, there was one goal that no one talks about. Paul Gallagher against Crystal Palace when Nigel Pearson came back. And he lobbed it in from about 30 yards. And it went like that. And it was still rising as it hit the back of the net. Oh, the earthquake goal. See, there's loads. People have absolutely different memories. See, I forgot about the earthquake goal. The Man City game. Man United being in 5-3. There's so many memories that people have that are different from that. Number two, Man. Yeah. Right up there by a country mile. It's top, yes. Vichai Bylers, yeah, that changed. Oh, the old scorpion kick at Huddersfield. Yeah, forgot about that one. And then he scored another stunner from about 30 yards as well, didn't he? It's the memories people have. Vardy's 11, it's heaven. What more do you want there? Fearless Fox on YouTube. 11, it's heaven. Yakubu's goal against Derby. Was that the one where he flicked it up on his thigh and smacked it in with his left foot? Vardy against Liverpool. The long, yeah. Champions League nights. Champions League night. That could be, who would have ever thought we would have been in the Champions League? All them years ago when we were struggling in League One back in, is it 08-09 or 9? I can't remember. Yeah, 08-09. All them years ago we were struggling and then we were in the Champions League. Another. All Galley's goals were like that, yeah. Joey Goodjohnson was that in the decade or was that at the beginning? Yes, but Joey Goodjohnson's goal against Hull. I remember that. That was a stunner, wasn't it? Schmeichel's turn. What about another moment? Schmeichel's goal against Yeovil that was given to Chris Wood. Can you remember that one when he came up for the corner and we were 1-0 down? No, it wasn't quite. Mark's saying on YouTube that Chowdhury's goal was like Yeboah's. Totally different. That was Casper's goal, wasn't it? It was Casper's goal. Fearless Fox, Vardy's record goal. There's so many in the head. Winning the league, winning the championship to get into the Premiership. Everyone thought that's the best it's going to be. Then we had the Great Escape season. Then we won the league the following season, the 5,000-1. I thought it. Now, you sure it was that? No, it wasn't that early. I'm sure it was this. I'm sure it was. Was it? Was Joey Goodjohnson's that far back? Blimey. Wrong decade. Mahrez and Etihad. Well, there's so many things in our head that will make this decade absolutely outstanding. It's unbelievable the amount of stuff we've done. Here's one. Here's one for you. I haven't even got it on my notes. Player of the decade. Who would be your player of the decade? That was another long ranger, wasn't it? Against Watford. Come on, YouTubers. Player of the decade. Who would you have over the last 10 years as your player of the decade? Would it be Jamie Vardy for the amount of goals he scored? Would it be for Riyad Mahrez? Who would it be? Would it be Mark? Would it be Hoof? Would it be Morgan? Would it be Captain Wes? Would it be... Oh, yeah, the one where the keeper kicked it out and it smacked him on the side of his head against Watford when he won 3-0 the year after. Ah, right, okay. I didn't think it was that long, but yeah, wasn't quite sure. So, player of the decade, is everyone going for Vardy, or is it Cambiasso? Vardy, Mike Gatwood, and Fearless Fox on YouTube going for Vardy. It looks like Vardy, Cambiasso, Schmeichel. Schmeichel's done as well. Player of the decade, Vardy. Our boss on Leicester Fan TV says player of the decade. So that's got to be right then, isn't it? The player that, if the boss says that, that's it. But now, who could it be? You're the fans out there, Schmeichel. Sorry, who was that one? Dima. Schmeichel. Big Wes. Chris Wood's goal against, but Chris, what a stunner that was. Bit of a nudge in the back by Nugent, and then he volleyed it in. Great show, talking about the real deal. All we've done, Vardy is a legend. I tell you what, the memories in my head, I could be here for hours, but I think the missus wants to go out somewhere, so I can't be here hours, unfortunately. But yeah, Andy King, player of the decade. Legend, definitely legend. Not sure player of the decade, but he's been there. He hasn't. If he happens to play, if Andy King plays in 2020, does that mean he's played in 3 decades? It does, doesn't it? Because he played in the noughties, he'd play in the 10s, whatever you call it, and he would play in the 20s. So if Andy King plays again for Leicester, that means he's played in 3 decades? There can't be many players that have played for 3 decades. Can there? Huth goal against Spurs. Fuchsi's corner, hoof, at the back post. Well, more of a, yeah, at the back post. Morning, Paula, how are you? Just remember, this is my last show for 3 weeks because I'm on holiday from Sunday. My flight times are a bit awkward to get the show in. I can't really do it from the airport. So this is my last show. I'm back on the 29th. King the most loyal, deserves his testimonial, then let him go. Legend. Agree with that, Mark. But I'd like to see him just come on a sub. Then he's played. Put him on a sub for 1 game in a cup game, and then if he's fit enough, come on. Then he's played in 3 decades. How many? You still in bed, Paula? What time is it now? I don't even know what time it is, you lazy sod. Come on. Knockout. Yes, he needed that one, didn't he? Not number 1, but a 3-0 win in Watford in November after losing. Yes, that was a good game. I remember that. We needed that, didn't we? We needed that. But yeah, so we've talked about goal of the season, goal of the decade, player of the decade. Morning, James. Moment of the decade. Fucci's no-look pass. Did you see that, Ian? He did it for Chowdhury's goal as well. I know it wasn't the actual assist pass, but he did it. Yes, as they say, it's my debut. I was a virgin to YouTube, but I think I've broke that cherry quite well on YouTube. So thanks for your comments. Later, are you a night worker here, Jay? Mark? Yeah, Simon, Matt will be stepping in for me for the next 3 weeks. James, large shoes. Well, they're not that big. They're only size 10 shoes. Albrighton's goal. The first Champions League goal by a Leicester player. Albrighton from the long throw by. Who took the long throw? Can anybody remember who took the long throw? There's no prize, but who took the long throw? Yes, I know. Albrighton's goal. Who took the long throw for it? Come on, see if you can remember. I've got it. I know it. I've got it straight away. No, Adam. He didn't. No, he didn't. I bet you'll be on Googling now. Yes, there you go. Andy's got it. It was one of the few things he did while he played for us. That long throw. I think it was Huth flick. I can't remember who flicked it. Or Huth or Vardy flicked it on. And then it came. It was unbelievable. Fly the flag in Jamaica. I love going in Jamaica. Wearing I'm going to Jamaica. Woo! Something like that. Anyway, my singing's terrible. Don't forget, we've got the review of the decade. Leicester's review on the decade on YouTube later on. So we look forward to. Did you see the one that Leicester City did? Absolutely brilliant. That was absolutely fantastic. Next year, I'll be becoming a far-flung fox, moving Southport, working Bootle, and then I get made when I get made redundant. Morning, chappy. Better late than never. Or are you emptying your sack through letterboxes this morning? Yes, follow me, Foxes Arms, everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Twitter, Foxes Arms, Instagram, Foxes Arms, my Facebook page as well. I haven't got YouTube. I just use YouTube normally for looking at cats riding on skateboards. So going to Southport isn't quite far enough, though, Mark. We had Player of the Decade. He actually cost less than that, Nick. It was 350. Chappy, yeah. The next video, our review of the decade video is coming up. It's going to be 100 times better than the Leicester City one. 100 times better. With like Kante's toe poke against Watford that went through the keep Gomez's hands. How can you have that as your moment of the decade? Yeah, Mark, Southport don't really work as a far-flung fox. Manager of the decade. There you go. Manager of the decade. There, Mikey. Good question. We've now had player of the decade, moment of the decade, goal of the decade. What about manager of the decade? Manager. We've had some managers this decade, haven't we? Cats on Skate Sports just for Jamie. Hey, that's all I watch YouTube for. There's a few other things I use the internet for as well, but it's a family show. Yeah. So manager of the decade. Would it be Nigel Pearson? Would it be Sven-Göran Eriksson? Would it be Sousa? Would it be Ranieri? Would it be Rodgers? Who would your... I think Sven... I've said Sven, didn't I? Would it be Mike Stowell? Mike Stowell was managed about 4 times for us in the decade. Who would be your manager of the decade? Here we go. We've done player, we've done goal, we've done moment. Now we've done manager of the decade. Morning, Joe. How are you? King Claudio. See, I think Claudio would be top. I think he would be top. How good was that goal? Yes, it was. I don't use Alexa. Pule. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Pule, didn't I? Pule would be well down the list, but I don't think he'd be at the bottom. I think you've got Sosa would be at the bottom, and then Pule. Pule would be about 4th, I think, for the work he's done with the youth team. But the youth team, for the youth players. But I think you'll find you've got Ranieri, Pearson, Rodgers would be 3rd, I think. I can't think you can put him above any of the other 2, but Pearson and Ranieri would be there. And then Rodgers 3rd, Pule maybe 4th, and then Sven and Sosa, something like that. That's how... Have we only had 6 managers? Have we only had 6 managers this decade? Is that right? Sosa, Sven, Pearson, Ranieri, Rodgers, and Pule. Yeah, we've only had 6 managers. Where is Pule? Saint-Etienne doing quite well, actually. Yeah, I'd say my manager, if it was Pearson and Ranieri, it'd be split between them, but I would... Oh, Shakespeare. Craig Shakespeare. I knew there was another one. Cheers, Mikey. Craig Shakespeare. Yeah. Shakespeare was near the bottom, though, unfortunately. He didn't have the best of runs, did he? But yeah, I think Pearson and Ranieri would be... Mirko, my Dutch fox. How the devil are you? Pearson and Ranieri would be, but it'd be like Pearson there, but Ranieri would be just, yeah. If it wasn't, yeah, Pearson did play, because then Ranieri came and he didn't really tinker, did he? He just did a little bit here and a little bit there. But we'll have to wait and see. Right, so, just one thing. The Villa game. Ranieri, you taught if we were still had Mahrez and Kante in our 11. Just think if we had Mahrez and Kante still in the team. So Fearless Fox says, what would that team be like now if we had Mahrez and Kante? Where would we be in that team if they'd stayed with us? Not mentioning Drinkwater and Maguire staying, but if Mahrez and Kante stayed in a team, where would we be? Right, last point. a little bit of a negative point for me today, which I'm not really in a negative mood actually. So I'm going on holiday and I'm thinking of my holiday and I'm not really in a negative mood. I've enjoyed it today. The Wigan game. There's going to be a decent crowd there. There seems to be open more and more. Most of the East Stand is now open. I think there's only 2 blocks that are not open. Or we could actually do everything. They're asking now for save of the decade or even flop of the decade. The Wigan game, there's going to be a decent crowd for the 3rd round of the FA Cup. But the Villa game, there's still 5,000-6,000 tickets. They've actually gone on general sale. So why aren't people going to the Villa game? I don't understand this. Answer me on YouTube and on Facebook. Why is there still 5, 6, maybe even 7,000? But I started counting and they got that many. I was surprised to see how many tickets available. Why aren't people going to the Villa? It's a semi-final of a League Cup. Tell me. Why aren't people going? If you've not got a ticket, why aren't you going? I can't go because I'm on holiday. Or else I'd love to go. I'd have flown back for it, but I'm in Jamaica. It's a bit too long. But why is the semi-final reached general sale? Why haven't the season ticket holders and members got their tickets? Why is there still so many tickets left? I don't understand it. Sorry to end on a negative point, but it's a semi-final of a League Cup. You're up 180 minutes, maybe if extra time, 180 minutes away from a final at Wembley. So, yeah, there's still tickets available though, Pete. There's still tickets available. There's 5, 6, maybe even touching 7,000 when I looked this morning. There's a week away. Well, not even a week away. 6 days now. There's still tickets. Why aren't we buying up these tickets to go? I don't understand why. Work stopping me. Oh, plastics. See you, Matthew. Okay, work, stop. Okay. Oh, yeah, I understand with work and that. Yes, Matthew, I know, Bradley, you do a lot of evening work, so I understand that. But there's still lots of... All right, Zachary, how are you? I haven't seen you on here before, so I cannot go to the matches yet. I wonder why Liverpool, the Carbo Cup, if others might think we might put in it as well. Punt. No, getting the Villa thing, I'll be there, home and away. That means they can't get tickets. Right, got my tickets. LCF's Fox, got my tickets. Yeah, come on, we need to get behind them. Like YouTube, like 100 LCFC. Sorry, I was going back to the old name then, Leicester Fan TV. We need to get behind them. Go and get your tickets. I know everyone's skint in January, but you can don't go to the for a beer beforehand. Get your ticket. I know a lot of people. No, get in the Villa thing. I'll be there, home and away. Those that mean that they can't get the tickets. There won't be any left when we get to when we get to Wembley. Everyone will want a Wembley ticket. But yeah, Brad, you do a lot of night work, so I know that you will struggle. I know, Brad. There's people that do work nights. I totally understand that. I do understand people that work nights. I forgot we were even on BT Sports yesterday. It wasn't until New Year's Eve, until my dad told me that he was going to watch it on BT, and I went, Dad, it's not on BT. He says, yeah, it is. I looked, I went, bloody hell, I didn't even know it was on BT. It's must. Well done, Paula. To see if Heaton and it wasn't nice to see him injured, but it was because they're 2 of the strong players. But I understand what you mean there, Jack. You never want to see a player being stretched off, but yeah, I do understand 100% what you mean. But if we get to Wembley though, but every man and his dog will want to go. Even I want to go. Well done, Callum. But there's still plenty of tickets. We need to get behind them. Get behind the boys. If that crowd is empty, if that stadium's empty for the Villa game, would love to get back. That moan, not mean, Jamie. I can't get tickets for the away games. You don't need it's the home. It's the home though, Jamie. That's what's the Villa. The away game will get sold out. That was in the 2 decades previous. That was. It's the away. It's the home one I'm on about, Jamie. There's still 6,000-7,000 tickets available for that. The away leg will be sold out. That's not a problem. The away leg will be sold out. It's the home. There's still 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. I know it's only a little moan, but we need to get behind him. It's a derby as well. I don't get it as well. I do not understand why. We've got no tickets for the Villa game to give away. I've given the 3 tickets away, the Southampton, West Ham and Chelsea ones that we had. So hopefully we'll all be sorted and we'll get it full to the brim. I'll be watching in Jamaica, sitting on my balcony with my iPad, watching it. With a bit of a pina colada or maybe a beer, maybe a bit of El Presidente in my hand, watching it. But I'll definitely be watching it. Right. Yeah, I know you're Norfolk, Norwich way, so yeah, it's struggling to get you there. I do understand, but I'm just a bit surprised that there's still so many tickets left. I understand people with work commitments, travelling as well. I understand everything people are saying. I'm just surprised it's a semi-final and we haven't. It's with a week to go, we haven't filled it. If I'm not going, yeah, but I don't live there, Jamie. But remember, last year you were going to give your season ticket away. I would have had it. There would have been loads of people, but I remember you saying last year that you were going to give your season ticket away. I can't travel. I live abroad. I live abroad and work abroad, so I can't get back to every game, or else I would have gone. And I'm on holiday as well. I understand why people can't go. I understand that people have work. I understand it's just after Christmas. And finances are a little bit down. I do understand that. I'm surprised that people are not going because it's a semi-final and there's still 5,000-6,000 tickets. I would love to have gone, but I wasn't the one last year that was going to throw my season ticket in there. I've had enough. It's all these people that say, yes, Alex, all these people, correct. Yeah, Alex has just made a good point there. All these people that moan and groan saying they can't get to the game because there's no tickets. Here's your chance to go. If you can't get a ticket for a Premier League game, you go in. There's tickets left to go to see a League Cup semi-final. Now's your chance. Go. Here's your chance to go. The ones that moan and groan about saying we can't go because there's no tickets. Here's your opportunity. Go and buy a ticket. There is plenty of tickets left. Go and buy them. People that don't have chances and moan, I can't get a ticket. I can't get a ticket. I can get a ticket. I can go online today. All right, Wayne, how are you? I can go online today. Well done, Brad. I'll go online today and get a ticket. There's that many tickets left. But the people that moan that say they haven't got tickets, now's your chance to go to a game at the Walkers to see a League Cup semi-final. A League Cup semi-final, not just a Premier game, a League Cup semi-final. Right, on that note, I'm going to go because I'm going to do my packing. Because I'm going on holiday soon, so I'm going to do my packing. So, right, so it's adios, ciao, ciao, good morning, top of the morning to you. Yeah, man. And we'll see you. I'll be back on the 29th. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the Wigan game. Enjoy the Villa game. The Southampton game. Burnley game as well. Enjoy them all. I know you were, but you did say that you were going to give it away though, Jamie, last year. I remember you saying it because a lot of people comment on it. I'll see you all later. Have fun now. Bye-bye. See you in 3 weeks. Yeah, oh yeah, they'll have the money for that, yes. Budgie smugglers. You've seen my posts, haven't you? Yeah, don't wear budgie smugglers. Used to. Not quite right for budgie smugglers now, Alex. I've stood next to you, so you should know I'm not quite right built for budgie smugglers nowadays. So it's see you later all. Have fun. Adios. See you in 3 weeks. Come on, Leicester. Cheers for watching on YouTube. Please like and subscribe this video.